Welcome to the 2020 Preservation Awards presented by Historic Ithaca. About the awards. Every year, Historic Ithaca, Inc. presents awards for sensitive restoration and preservation projects within Tompkins County. Nominations were reviewed by a panel of preservation professionals and awards made based on such considerations as the importance of project to long-term preservation of the building, adherence to basic preservation principles, and the impact or potential impact of the project on the surrounding community. Since 1968, we have presented over 300 awards. Tompkins Center for History and Culture, TCHC, is an educational and research center focused on engaging with the public. Opened in May 2019 and owned by Tompkins County, TCHC is home to a multitude of nonprofit agencies dedicated to heritage, tourism, and the arts. TCHC fosters collaborations and partnerships among organizations and community partners to serve visitors and residents through programs, exhibits, and a place for research. The exhibit hall is the new home of History Center and is where Wharton Studio Museum has its permanent exhibit on Ithaca's role in early American filmmaking, while the Visit Ithaca Center welcomes visitors to our community. The Tompkins Center is home base to several organizations dedicated to the history and culture of our county, including Cayuga Chamber Orchestra, Community Arts Partnership, Ithaca College Gallery, Discover Cayuga Lake, Discovery Trail, the Dorothy Cotton Institute, the History Center in Tompkins County, Ithaca Aviation Heritage Foundation, Susan Christopherson Community Planning Center, Visit Ithaca and Tompkins Chamber of Commerce, Wharton Studio Museum, Cornell Local History Research Library, Thaler Howell Archives. Historic Ithaca is also a partner agency with TCHC. The site on North Tioga Street was originally two separate buildings. From 1863 to 1949, the older of the two buildings served the community in many forms as the county clerk's offices, and later became the home of Club Claret, a restaurant and club. The second building was built in 1895 by the Ithaca Trust Company. In 1935, the Ithaca Trust Company merged with Tompkins County National Bank and together formed Tompkins Trust Company. 4 years later, the old county clerk's offices was purchased by the Tompkins Trust Company, and the two standalone buildings were converted into one large bank office. The two buildings were later joined by an atrium in the 1980s. Several bank vaults throughout the main and basement floors have now been repurposed into interesting exhibit spaces and storage rooms, preserving the historic character of these buildings. The project focused on opening up the main floor spaces, allowing larger groups to flow through the center's exhibits, library, and visitor center, along with many additional interrelated spaces. New accessible restrooms were added to support the influx of visitors. The lone non-essential architectural addition is a CNC milled ash ceiling featuring throughout the lobby and atrium, added as a sound dampener. It is intended to mimic the rolling geography of the region. The second and third floor were reconfigured and renovated to better suit the current needs. Mechanical, electrical, AV network telecommunications, and security system upgrades were implemented. Historic Ithaca would like to congratulate all who were involved. The Award of Merit in Historic Preservation is presented to Tompkins County, Tompkins Center for History and Culture Partners, the History Center of Tompkins County, Hayes Strategy, Rod Howe, LaChase Construction Services, LLC, Stream Collaborative Architecture and Landscape Architecture, DPC, in recognition of excellence for the adaptive reuse of 110 North Tioga Street in the City of Ithaca by Historic Ithaca.
Hello, I'm Susan Holland, Historic Ithaca's Executive Director. I'd like to personally congratulate all of our award winners. We are thrilled and honored to be able to present the awards this year, although different from past years. We are proud of what we all have been able to accomplish this year. I'm sitting in Significant Elements, Historic Ithaca's architectural salvage retail store. By shopping at Significant Elements, you directly support Historic Ithaca's ongoing efforts to preserve the houses, public spaces, and places that give our community its character and vitality. We are so grateful to you who make award events like the Preservation Awards possible, and also to protect the buildings, neighborhoods, landscapes, and communities of Tompkins County. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Chemung Canal Trust Company, the New York State Council on the Arts with the support of Governor Andrew M. Cuomo and the New York State Legislature. Historic Ithaca is also funded in part by a CARES grant provided by Humanities New York with the support of the National Endowment for the Humanities under the Federal CARES Act, and of course, supporters like you. Please visit us at 212 Center Street in Ithaca, New York, and online at www.historicithaca.org. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram. We hope that you've enjoyed this program, and if you believe in the work of Historic Ithaca, we welcome your support as well. I'd like to thank you again for joining us this year and have a sincere hope that next year we'll all be together in person presenting these awards. Stay well, my friends.